welcome to the Sports Bar. Me, Jamie O'Hara and Jason Cundy. Still to come, going to be joined by talkSPORT's Adam Cattrall live from Las Vegas to look ahead to a massive fight between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford. But now, time to take a look at the latest action with talkSPORT Bet.
Bring it on with talkSPORT Bet. Download the app or visit talksportbet.com to see all our latest sign-up offers. 18 plus, gambleaware.org.
The Premier League is back in session. What a goal! The roof has just been ripped off Anfield.
Well, this is absolutely remarkable. Nottingham Forest 0, West Ham United 3.
Nuno Espirito Santo sacked by Nottingham Forest.
Never ever predict what happens in the Premier League.
Ange is ready to return to the Premier League.
Salah comes into the box. It's left. Engamoa to finish it. He's won it. Rio Engamoa, the teenager. In comes the corner. It's flicked on at the near post, and João Pedro is there to head it in. It is Sunderland 2, Brentford 1.
Daniel Levy has stepped down from his role as executive chairman after nearly 25 years.
Now Haaland on the turn. Of course he scores. This is the Manchester derby.
Oh, and he's put it in the back of the net. Manchester United 3, Burnley 2 from the penalty spot.
Football, honestly, never changed. Domestic football back.
Yeah, the Premier League is back, finally. Let's focus on the big one this Saturday lunchtime, live and exclusive on talkSPORT. Arsenal host Nottingham Forest for Big Ange's return to the Premier League. Simon Jordan joined Jim White earlier today and had his say on Ange Postecoglou's appointment as the new Forest manager.
I'm a great liker of Ange Postecoglou. I haven't changed my view about his personality. I've changed my view about his capability. Because you look at the situation last year, you look at the ridiculousness of the way that Ange kept on asking for the media to hit him with a brick, so they did. He kept on giving them the brick to throw at him. And then eventually he produces a team that finishes 17th in the league and scrapes by in a Europa League, which is wonderful Spurs, but was an awful Europa League final. Against anyone else, they probably would have gotten beaten. But the fact of the matter is that I don't think... Is Ange Postecoglou's reputation been enhanced by Spurs? I can't say that it has. And that's coming from someone that likes the cut of his jib.
He likes the cut of his jib.
Cut of his jib.
Yeah. What do you make of this all nonsense?
I mean, I just that clip there. So nonsense. There's so much that's happened in the Premier League already, isn't it? You think about that those little montage we put together there. Right?
Yeah.
Daniel Levy. I mean that's enormous news, right? But you think about the transfer window. What went on there? The Premier League already has given us it's only been 3 games.
I know.
Now with the first managerial casualty of the season. Big Ange, I didn't see this coming at all. You're a Spurs fan. We watched him. The reluctance to adjust and adapt to the Premier League, I think, should be a concern to Forest fans, because he refused to identify areas and do anything about it.
He didn't care about defending.
And the fact that you finished 17th last season is quite remarkable, actually. I know you won the Europa League, but the fact you finished 17th is unbelievable. He's got himself a job just 3 games in.
It's outrageous.
And Marinakis and him apparently are very close. They have a relationship. The style of football, I asked a couple of Forest fans last night, the style of football under Nuno, perhaps there could be a little bit more substance to it. But what you can't deny is you've got to tune out these players. And actually, when they play it to the very best levels they can, they're a good side.
Yeah,
they're a good side. It might not be the passing through the thirds, but
they were a good side because Nuno made them organised, hard to break down, play on the counter attack. Yep. They were disciplined. Yep. Brilliant back four, good keeper.
And could go to a back 3. Yeah. He could adapt.
Ange is coming in.
Yeah.
And listen, let me tell you now, it's a completely different style.
Yes.
Completely different.
Yeah. It's not something, there's not a lot, there's no joined up thinking in terms of what the manager had and the squad that was built to bring in Ange. However, maybe Marinakis has seen something different about the squad. Maybe he feels that they were playing with a handbrake on at times. Maybe they could be a little bit more passing through the thirds, be a little bit more easy on the eye. But that doesn't always give you results either. So football's always a balance, mate. You know that. With the ball, without the ball. It's 2 parts of the game. One with it, one without it. And if you can do both of those really well, chances are you're going to win most football matches. And at times, Big Ange didn't get that balance right at all.
Let's go to Jason. He's a Nottingham Forest fan. All right, Jace.
All right, Jace. Jace.
Jason.
Hi guys, how you doing? You all right?
I'm all right, matey. How are you?
Hiya, Jay. Hiya, Jamie.
All right, Jace.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, go on.
I think for me, can I just first of all,
what do you want to do?
Can I just start off with just saying, guys, what a great show.
Okay.
And by the way, England did really well tonight. They played really well as a group, and I really enjoyed that. So I'll go to Forest now, if that's okay.
Cool.
Yeah, go on.
So what I'm going to say about Forest is I'm really worried about their new appointment because I don't want Ange to play like he did or have the team playing as they did with Tottenham. We've got some really good players, some good investment over the summer, and we really, really need to concentrate on gelling together as a team now, putting those signings together and actually having a group perform to their ability. Now, Ange, I'm worried about him because how he had his team set up at Tottenham it wasn't great. They were very defensive, and it worries me a lot. When we had Nuno had a little bit of drive. I am worried about Nuno, to be honest with you, because I think controversially, Nuno and Gibbs White had a lot to do with his new contract and him not going to Tottenham. And I think, controversially, in all honesty, I think Nuno was the reason why Gibbs White had ended up staying at Nottingham Forest and not going to Tottenham.
Yeah, but players, this happens all the time in football.
I believe that something was happening in the background.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry too much about that. Gibbs White signed. He signed for a club.
Yeah, I get it. But I think that caused the rift then. That caused the problems and the waves, to be honest. And I don't think we'll ever know exactly what happened. But I do think that's where the wave started. But I think Ange coming in now, okay, we have to accept it. We have to go with it. Jamie, I agree with you with Ange. A lot of what you've said. I go with a lot of what you've said. But I'm hoping that we have a fresh start and we know what that looks like.
The only thing I would say is what I'm worried about. Marinakis, he's obviously fell out with Nuno. Whether he's looked at the squad and thought, I want to play this attacking style of football. I want to do this, a free flow, and I've got Morgan Gibbs White. I've got good players. I want to be excited. Mate, you've put yourself right in the deep end with a manager who, all right, there was an offensive style of football, but jeez.
But we're all assuming.
The defensive side.
We're all assuming.
Absolutely shocking.
If Ange has anything about him, right, and he's worked all over the world, right?
We are assuming at the minute.
What has he learnt from his time at Spurs? What has he learnt? He might now have reflected on his time at Spurs. Could I have done things differently? That game against Chelsea when you went down to 9 men and you played that high line, and that famous quote. That quote came out that night, right? And he died on that hill, right? That was how he was going to set up. But there are some times in the other world games. It was Brentford away, I seem to remember, back end of the season, where he didn't play that gung-ho style of football. Yeah. Actually played them at their own game.
I think a lot of the players, though, took it amongst themselves, mate. I do.
We don't think that he had anything to do with that?
No, I think the players took it amongst themselves towards the end of the season.
To play that start? Well, then that's even more damning on him if you believe that. But what has he learned? You can't... It's a very different squad. We'll find out in the coming weeks, months, what kind of a manager he is with the new squad. No pre-season, which is always tricky. So he's got to come straight in. And it is different, you assume. How is that squad going to react? How are they going to behave? And what isn't the new Forest going to look like?
Well, I want to hear from Nottingham Forest fans. Give us a call. Loads to talk about. That was a look at the latest action. Thanks to talkSPORT Bet. Terms and conditions apply. 18+. Begin with it.
The Sports Bar with Jamie O'Hara and Jason Cundy. Monday to Thursday nights from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.